Fun times in the world of digital chatting with people. I'm Robin Black, but you know that because you're literally on the Robin Black Facebook page right now. I get to talk about fighting all over the world in a bunch of different places, a lot of different kinds of combat. One of my very favorite, I see Rico Franco has just asked to be in my video, and it's going to work this time. My friends, watch this. Now, before I bring him in, I had the pleasure of commentating, hey, Jim, Ricardo's coming in here, talking to my friend Jim Freeman right here, one of the guys who runs BKB. I'm about to add Rico Franco. He is the champion of the world in bare knuckle boxing. I had the privilege of calling his first BKB fight. Then he went on and fought through the prize fighter tournaments, the very best fighters out in the world, to get a chance to fight a man named Jimmy Sweeney. And Jimmy Sweeney is a genius of combat, and this man defeated him. I'm going to bring him in right now, and it's happening. I'm telling you. This is... All right. Says adding. So I know this is happening. If you're just joining me and you didn't follow the trail of breadcrumbs, we have been trying to sort out to just the simple act of streaming live on BKB Facebook. Yeah. Hey, look, it's Rico Franco.
We're on, finally. Jesus.
I know, technology is fucked, right?
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What time is it there? It's still sunny out in your backyard.
7:10.
And where are you living? What town are you in?
Sunny Gainsborough, as Jim likes to call it.
Well, it is sunny today.
It's still lovely. It's been a nice day. I'm here with my boys today.
It's very nice. Very, very nice. So, are you training right now? Are you able to train fairly consistently?
Yeah. I'm training 2-3 times a day still. Nice. I've got if you can see, I've got a big setup over there. I've got a scaffolding with a punch bag. So I've got everything I need. I've got weights in the gym, in the shed, and I've got like mats over here. So I'm training like 2-3 times a day. It's going great.
Good to hear, man. So I want to talk to you about your fight with Jimmy Sweeney and really the last year. A ton of stuff. You know, it's been a crazy year for you as a fighter. The best year of your fighting life, correct?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely been the best year of fighting was last year, 100%. And it was the year where I kind of found myself. Do you know what I mean? As a fighter. So yeah, it was definitely the best year.
So let's talk a bit about that. But before we do, did you just try to, out of nowhere, decide you were going to run a half Ironman or run, bike, swim a half Ironman?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was a mad idea. I got like a mad little idea in my head because I was speaking to Danny and he was talking about the gym, and then I just thought, oh, how can I raise a bit of money? Hang on, my dogs are fighting. Hey, they're watching my fights.
Rico, sorry to interrupt. A couple of the community said turn your volume down a touch.
Turn it down.
Just a touch.
Is that better?
It's probably a little better. We're all just figuring this shit out, right? But go on. So out of nowhere, you just in days you decided you're going to do a half Ironman?
I wanted to raise a bit of money just to help support the gym a little bit and raise money for charity. And then I was figuring out things. I was actually going to do a standard triathlon on that day anyway. I was going to do a standard triathlon this week, but I kind of thought, it's just a standard one. It was not going to raise much money, so I just thought I'm going to go extreme and do half an Ironman. So
you're not right. Crazy. You're not right in the head.
No, that's why I fight bare knuckle.
What was heavier, going into the 6th round with Jimmy Sweeney or the last hour of the half Ironman?
I'll tell you what, I did a vlog today, and I was actually, when I was running, I said on the vlog, I was like, feels like halfway on that last run, I was knocked down in the 3rd round, but in my head it was like, no way, I'm quitting. That was basically the same. It was like the same thing. But yeah, I was a lot more tired in the run. That was horrendous. That was the hardest I've ever done.
Yeah, that's not right. Don't do that again. Because did you sign a contract extension for some years with BKB?
Yeah, 3 years it was. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 years.
I'm gonna get them to amend your contract and say you can't do stupid shit like running a half Ironman just on a whim like that.
Definitely.
But you're a man. tell me, when you say you kind of found yourself as a fighter, you know, metaphorically people get that, but tell me a little bit more detail what that feels like.
As a what? Sorry.
You said this year you found yourself, really figured out who you were as a fighter.
Basically, obviously, I've had trouble with my bowels over the past, and I'm not really well for a lot of fights, and I'm not really took them serious. Even when I start my pro career in MMA, I took a lot of stupid fights, even though a lot of them I was like really ill for them, and I shouldn't have even fought. So I've took some stupid losses, but I've kind of like this past year, I've kind of took it serious and like found myself like, I need to start taking this more serious, like fight camps, because I'm smashing it. You know, I know I've got the ability, but I just need to stop taking stupid fights and maybe stupid half a marathon Ironmans. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but definitely this year I've kind of found myself, you know, I found a good sport for me as well that I love doing. So it's worked well last year.
When you were looking, you had won the prize fighter tournament. You had a little bit of money, you know, and you had accomplished something. That had to be a key turning point. Like, you're going to fight Jimmy Sweeney, who most people at the time, the best bare knuckle boxer in the world. Your choices were only take it ultra seriously or lose, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like for that whole tournament, I kind of took it obviously serious, even though I had a bit of a bad injury. But since I got to the final, I had a lot of pressure. I felt for the final, and then for the Jimmy fight, I felt like I didn't really have as much pressure because it was all the pressure was on Jimmy. So I kind of went in like I felt like the underdog, and I kind of liked it, and and it'll kind of feel the same again when I rematch him.
And is that going to be the next fight, do you think? Rematching Jimmy?
Hopefully, we'll see. Obviously, he's scheduled to fight Tyler if he still fights. But I'm going to be fighting the winner, which I think Jimmy will win that fight. So I look forward to a rematch anyway. I hope we do get another second fight. That'll be good. Fight him twice.
Yeah.
Just fighting one, pretty sick. So.
Yeah. I mean, he's brilliant, right? Like, and you said that going in, like, to get to fight somebody of like that special level of skill is a gift.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, he's been on the face of BKB since the start. Do you know what I mean? So I've always like looked up to him. As soon as I started fighting BKB, I've seen him on like documentaries, and he was like the face. And I'm like, you know, I'd love to fight this guy. So, and then I eventually fought him. So it was crazy. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, and it was a wonderful fight, man. You could tell that you were just dialed right in. And that feeling of kind of being at your very best, like even better than you could have expected that you could get to, you know, that's got to motivate you to push even further now and just see how far you can go.
Yeah, definitely. That's just pushed me on even more. A lot of people like, they'll win like a world title champion, they'll win the belt or whatever, and then they'll kind of think, what else have I got to do? So they'll lose motivation. But I've kind of gone the opposite way, and I'm doing like crazy things. I'm just non-stop training, and it's just motivated me even more. Do you know what I mean? To just keep winning. So yeah, it's going great at the minute.
That's good, man. And you're set up. You can train in your backyard and in the sun with your dogs and just be the champion of the world. It is a good time, man. But when go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm actually in better shape now than I've been in like a lot of fight camps I've had. So I'm not even in fight camp. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's an exciting time. Yeah, to know even what you're capable of even more. When people see somebody, a professional athlete or something, they kind of think it's probably a lot of hard work. And that'll get you about as far as you were at the beginning, where you kind of worked hard. Yeah. And then you start to find the next level, how you can work on your mind and your focus and goal setting and what you can achieve. And it sounds like you're there right now.
Yeah, definitely. That last fight, that's the one with Jimmy. It kind of got my mindset. That's one when I found the mindset like 100%. It was there and it worked, obviously. So yeah, definitely.
Scott McKinnon said to ask you about fasting. Do you practice fasting?
I can't see any of the comments for some reason.
Yeah.
But he's asking about fasting.
Yeah. Is that something you do?
Only really when I'm not in fight camp or just say if I have a day off training, I'd like to do a bit of fasting just so it maintains your weight. And I'll not fast for like long periods of time all the time. I'll do it maybe once every month or 2 months. I'll do like 3 days or something. But it's really good to like reset your body and your immune system, and gives my bowels a break as well. And yeah, I feel pretty refreshed after it, and there's a lot of benefits and stuff. But yes, intermediate fasting, that's pretty good. Just regularly now and again, even just on a Monday or whatever, or a Sunday. It's pretty good, yeah.
It's wild when you look at it, you know, all the things you can learn about diet, about exercise, about recovery, about mind. I mean, it's unlimited how much better you can keep getting as you learn these little details.
Yeah, definitely. Even just from doing that half an Ironman, I've learnt loads just from doing that. One of my coaches, he's John Wattham. He's 53 and he does full Ironmans. And he was like, he gave me like 6 months of advice in like 2 days, and he was just trying to like, you know, there's so much to learn. Just you know what I mean? Like I've learnt a lot about nutrition, how much it's important to like fuel your training sessions and perform. There's loads of things. You know what I mean? It's crazy, really.
Yeah. You mentioned Good John. Jimmy and Tyler is definitely planned to be one of the next big fights. You think Jimmy's going to win that? Why do you think Jimmy will win?
Yeah, definitely think Jimmy Sweeney. I think he'll stop him, maybe like 5th round. But I think Jimmy's style for obviously BKB is a lot smarter than Tyler's. Tyler's had 3 fights, and don't get me wrong, he's a good boxer and moves well. Like he's got good head movement, but his feet are planted, and he kind of don't move out of the way quick enough. I don't think he moves out of the way quick enough, and he's always like his hands like this, and he's always bust up real bad. And yeah, he's had 3 fights, and he can't fight often because he's just bust up too bad. And Jimmy's style is similar to I like to copy that style, and just keep on the end of your jab and move and play it smart, and you can win a fight with a jab in BKB. So I think he's going to bust him up real bad, and he'll end up stopping him, I think, due to maybe bad cut or even knockout, to be fair, because he's quite powerful. And Tyler's been knocked down a few times, and he's a lot smaller as well. So yeah, Jimmy 100% will win that fight.
Jimmy also is somebody who motivation has changed at different times. Something you're talking about today, even.
Yeah.
And a motivated Jimmy, like a Jimmy driven to prove that he's the best. That's another level too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He's obviously he's been thinking about retiring and stuff, but you know he wants to come back and he wants to win his belt back. Do you know what I mean? And he seems to be training all the time. So yeah, fair play to him. I like Jimmy. He's a good lad. He's he's respectful before and during. So yeah, he's pretty good.
People on the stream complimenting your mindset. Someone called it a bulletproof mindset, which is a good description. It's cool to know you're going to fight Jimmy again, and to know that he was on that night and you defeated him, and he'll be even more motivated, and so will you. We'll get the best BKB fight we've ever seen that night.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really looking forward to it. I think Jimmy wins a lot of fights maybe because people's mindset maybe go when they fight him. You know, he kind of wins before he goes in because he's strong. You know, he's strong and he's confident and he kind of intimidates people. But that just motivated me, and there's not a chance like it would put me off. It just gave me more motivation, and you know, I just stayed chilled, and it just went perfect, really. But yeah, I think he wins a lot of fights due to like being strong-minded.
Yeah, he's a special fighter. I can't wait till you guys do it again. Coming up through that the prize fighter tournament also probably really prepared you for it. You know, most people don't get to have that level of fighting and stress and frequency and everything to get ready for a world title fight.
Yeah, definitely. There was I think I had 3 fights back to back. Well, no, it was 4 because I had an MMA fight before that, and then kind of bust my hand. So I had them 3 fights, and then I literally had the next show off, and then I was back on again in November. So there wasn't much break in between, but yeah, it's everything went pretty well, to be fair. 4 BKB fights in a year. My hand wasn't too bad at the end of it.
That's a hell of a year, man. I don't know too many people in combat sports I've ever seen have as good a year, as perfect a year as that. something comes up in conversation, something I talk about when I'm doing commentary, the difference between BKB and every other fighting sport, and that includes MMA. It's many different variables in MMA, but MMA, kickboxing, BKB. Why is BKB the real toughest of the lot?
I think it's just the rawest, isn't it? You know, without the gloves. And,
yeah,
I think because it's fast paced. It's 2-minute rounds. It's like fast paced. You can't move. There's nowhere to move. You know what I mean? MMA, you can bust people up, but sometimes, like, just say you stood up, like elbowing, punching, small gloves, but you can kind of escape from that and take them down and kind of recover. But BKB, you've got nowhere to go. It's just punching with no gloves. So it's pretty raw and it's fast paced.
Yeah. That's a very, very concise and perfect. There's nowhere to go. It's just punching with no gloves. It's true, man. It's true. As you know, I'm a big fan of your work, and I love commentating BKB, and I'm sure hoping to be commentating as many or all as I possibly can in the coming year. When do you think, have you got a sense from these guys when you will fight again? Taking into account coronavirus and all this.
Yeah, I think Jim, we're looking at like obviously June, July-ish time, but I think maybe September for me. But like I said, I'll be ready tomorrow. If he wants me to fight, I'll be there tomorrow. Or tonight. If he wants me to fight tonight, I'll go down. But yeah, like I say, I'm just staying ready as I can, and then as soon as we hit that lockdown is over, I think we might hear something this weekend, and then we might be able to decide. But like I say, as soon as lockdown and the gyms are open, I'll be in the gym ready. I'll be ready to go. So I'll be ready in a couple of weeks, I think.
I believe you. I would have believed you before, but after seeing that nonsense you did with that half Ironman.
Mate, I've been training today. I had 1 day recovery and I'm fine.
Wow. That's bonkers, man. That's a different level of mindset. I got Tyler Goodjohn next week. I'm going to chill and chat with him here, hopefully on BKB Facebook Live, but maybe that'll never work. I don't know. But anything you want that I should ask him? Anything you want to point me in the direction when I'm chatting with him?
What's his problem with breadsticks? Bread loaves.
Does he eat too many carbs?
Yeah, he said I've got a personality like a bread loaf, but I kind of like bread loaves. No, I ain't got note to say to that guy, to be honest. He's not even worth it. If he wants to fight me, come to my garden.
Yeah. It's actually very... Maybe who should? Nobody wants to fight you, but there'll be a few that will do it because that's the kind of people they are. But for me, like BKB now, you're the champion of the world. You beat Jimmy Sweeney. You're an iron individual. Jimmy's Jimmy. He's a flashy kid. Like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of real, true, authentic personalities between you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's got all different. Everyone comes from different backgrounds as well, so. There's a lot of different personalities and stuff like that, but yeah, some people just try to sell the fight, try and just chat a bit of crap. But I don't really like to chat crap and post all that, like comment on social media and call people out and stuff like that. It's not really my thing. I just let my fist do the talking, and that's it really.
And and man, you're an authentic dude. And when we chat about things like hard work and mindset and coming into yourself, that's you, and you don't need to be any other thing other than that, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just that's what I mean. Mindset's the key, and that's the biggest thing, I think. Definitely. Yeah. It's a hard thing. Like a lot of people don't have it during fights. You know what I mean? They'll kind of train amazing. The whole camp will go great, and then the mind will just go as soon as they're walking out, and that'll be it. Lost the fight. It's mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah, well, it takes a certain kind of person to even get there, but it takes another kind of person to get to the point you're at. And I think you're even capable of even more growth, which is scary and really exciting. As someone who analyzes your work, I'm excited to talk to you 1 year from now and see what the next year says.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, from that whole year, like the amount I've changed. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like I've got so much confidence, but not like overconfident. You know what I mean? But like you say, my mindset is just on a crazy different level after that last year. It's madness.
Yeah. Well, man, it's really good catching up with you. I wanted to chat with you first when we're going to start doing a bunch of chats and hangs and stuff. I wanted
Yeah,
to talk to you first and let you know how excited I was to see you win that brilliant fight with another brilliant fighter. And
yeah, man.
thanks for hanging with me,
Good
man.
to
Thanks
chat.
for the insight.
It'll be good to see you back as well, man. We've missed you.
Well, thank you. It is my
And it,
pleasure to sit next to the ring and take your guys' art and try to add a little color and make new art out of it.
I'm just gonna have to do another knockout so you can do a minute breakdown. That's what I want. Another one.
I'll be ready. Well, thank you, brother. This was a pleasure. And for everybody for watching, thank you, and thank you for your questions. Maybe we'll chop up a few of these pieces and share a couple of blurbs out there with people. But we will see you again soon, man. Keep up the good work.
Definitely. Thank you. Take it easy.
All
Cheers.
right. Much love, everybody. Enjoy the hostilities, my friends. All right. Ricardo Franco. Hey, everybody. Thank you for hanging. You know, we had a good group of people in here. Fucking cool community, BKB community, man. And on Facebook, too, which is why we have to figure out how to stream live on at BKB's Facebook page. But until then, we'll be here. We'll be here next week with Tyler Goodjohn. Johnny Lawson, what's up, my man? I'm seeing some of the fighters pop up in here. And a lot of the true hardcore BKB fans, and I count myself one of you. So it's my pleasure. We're going to be doing one or more of these every week. We got one coming up with Tyler Goodjohn, Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll hang with him. And I'm going to pull together a few breakdowns. While I got you guys here, may I request that you guys recommend what BKB knockouts, and please put this on some of the BKB groups. I'm looking for a list of people's favorite BKB knockouts because I will be making BKB knockout breakdowns in the coming months. All right. So please, if you're a big fan, put together a list of your very favorite BKB knockouts. If you want to give me the YouTube link as well, it'd make my life easier, and I'll get to work on that. Tyler Goodjohn, looking forward to chatting with you next week, sir. Rico might not be a fan of yours, and that's cool. He's the champ. But I am a fan of yours, Tyler. So I will see you next week. And everybody, thanks again. This has been a lot of fun. We will get the at BKB stream figured out shortly. But until then, enjoy the hostilities, my friends.